Want emotional stability? Stop trying to control your emotions. Because as long as controlling your emotions is your goal, emotional stability ain't happening. When your relationship to your emotions is, how can I calm down and make this stop? You're treating an intelligent part of yourself like something to get rid of. Your emotions are part of the relationship that you have with yourself. It's different parts of you that are speaking. They're responding to what you're experiencing, what you care about, what you need, what you fear, what you've learned. So when you push them away, you're also pushing parts of you away that are trying to give you information and insight. I know because I spent the first part of my life doing just that. I was raised Mormon, and if you've ever seen the Book of Mormon musical, there's a song in it called Turn It Off Like a Light Switch. An uncomfortable feeling comes up, turn it off like a light switch. Want to cry? Turn it off. Something hurts? Turn it off. Which is more or less accurate. So I learned to turn my frown upside down, stay positive, and keep difficult feelings to myself. From the outside, maybe I appeared to be emotionally stable, but I wasn't. I was just really good at not showing my emotions. And then when I was 18, my dad went to prison for committing a white-collar crime. And suddenly, all of those emotions I had spent years rejecting came crashing down on me, on top of everything that I was going through. I became incredibly emotionally heavy. I was depressed and genuinely felt at a loss for what I could do to feel even a little bit better. So when a friend invited me to a self-awareness weekend workshop, I was like, yes, please. One of the exercises that they walked us through was an anger release. That was the first time in my life that I intentionally faced my emotions. I cried, I yelled, I expressed things that I had been keeping inside for years. And I walked out of that room feeling light, energized, clear, and finally reconnected to myself. It completely changed the way that I thought about emotions. And I later realized that it's not that I had too many emotions, it was that I had no relationship to them. This is where we have gotten emotional stability completely wrong. We think it looks like I don't cry, I don't get angry, nothing really gets to me, I stay calm, composed, and in control. But you can look calm while being completely disconnected from yourself. And you can cry your eyes out while being emotionally stable. Emotional stability is like an earthquake-proof building. The strongest buildings are not the ones that never move. They're the ones that are designed to move with the quake without losing their structure. They bend, they sway, they absorb the energy that's moving through them and still stay standing. Emotional stability isn't never feeling anything. It's having enough structure that you can let your emotions move through you without collapsing. And an important part of that structure is knowing the difference between what you feel and who you are. How you feel in a given moment does not determine your worth, your identity, or your value. Your emotions are experiences that you have, not the totality of who you are. And when you know that, you can actually listen to what an emotion is communicating to you without being swallowed by it. This is also why so many people rush to understand how to work through their emotions when something huge in their life happens. A breakup, a divorce, a death, burnout, a major transition. And suddenly it feels like every single emotion on planet Earth has decided to arrive at the same time. When you're going through something difficult, you are more emotionally vulnerable. Life is rearranging you and your emotions follow that. So that's when things that you've been overriding, minimizing, distracting yourself from, or pushing away have room to surface. It's all of these different parts of you speaking. They're trying to help you process what you're going through, what happened, to show you what really matters to you, to recognize what you need, and eventually to figure out what comes next. And this is why it is so much more effective to learn emotional skills before your life is in crisis. Because you don't want to learn how to swim for the first time when you're already in deep water. You practice when you can still touch the bottom. So when life eventually throws you in the deep end, you already know something about how to keep yourself afloat. Emotional skills are the same. They don't stop hard things from happening, but they become a lot easier to navigate when you're emotionally equipped to navigate them. And it starts by practicing in ordinary life. When someone annoys you, when you feel left out, frustrated, disappointed, you learn to notice what you feel, stay with yourself, listen in, and figure out what you need so that when things in your life really hit the fan, you're not meeting your emotional world for the very first time. The person who is living in a place of trying to control their emotions is often the one who feels most out of control with them because control has been their strategy instead of understanding. So instead of asking, how do I control my emotions? Try asking, what is happening inside of me right now? What might this be trying to tell me? How can I be here for myself while I figure it out? Because if emotional stability is your goal, stop trying to win a fight against your emotions that you'll inevitably lose. Build the relationship with them instead. If you're thinking maybe control isn't the skill I'm missing, take my free emotional skill gap quiz. It will help you identify which emotional skill is most likely breaking down for you so that you can stop trying to control how you feel and start building the skill that you actually need. Take the quiz below and find your gap. And subscribe if you want more practical emotional skills like this. I'm here with a new video every Friday. See you next week.